That being said, if you get your Sleeping Beauty on, you no get husband. Hello, welcome back to Bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and welcome back to another review of Love is Blind Season 7. This is episode, I want to say 10 and 11 or something like that. As you can tell, I have on a Tyler Perry wig. Okay? I got tired of not feeling something on my face. So I was like, let me throw on this little wig. It's old, child. It's very old. Okay? It feels like I'm auditioning for a Tyler Perry movie. Okay, I got the wig down. You know, I got the wig down. I've been feeling lazy to braid my hair. I don't mind, you know, rocking my natural hair as it is, but I've just been, you know, wanting to do something else with it, just to switch it up. I'm tired of doing crochets. I want to do something else, but some of the prices, I just be like, Lord help me. I don't understand why it costs so much. If my Father in heaven done paid it all, okay? Sweet Black Jesus paid it all. Why y'all charging me $300, $500 just to do a style? You know, it's some braids that I really want, but it's just kind of like it's not giving right now. You know, my sister used to do my hair a lot, but my sister has one too many kids. Okay, I'm talking about father of many nations. She the mother of many nations. Okay, so she ain't got the time. You know? So now I got this struggle wig. If I wasn't already married to a black man, I'd go down there and get me a white man with this wig. You know? But it's doing what I needed to do, just like something so I can do this right here. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. This is so random. All of this is random, but let's go ahead and get into the Love is Blind review in and of itself. This entire episode, I'm so over it. I really am so over it. I don't typically watch anybody's thoughts on the show up until I've recorded my own, right? But somebody commented on one of my last videos on some like Tyler. Apparently, he did not just donate his sperm. He gonna talk about, this person in the comment gonna talk about, apparently, it was a regular baby daddy, baby mama type kind of situation. So he lied, at least according to this comment. So I don't know, right? Am I gonna go down there on TikTok and them and do a whole deep dive and a whole research to figure that out? No. No. Okay, no. My rule is I'm going to go off of the show, right? My rule is I go off of the show. And also I have a life out of this. I'm not gonna go over here and worry about what these people are doing. No. This is good content for, you know, for the channel. People love to hear my reviews and stuff. This is good content for that. But am I gonna live my life and everything I got going on, doing a deep dive on whether or not Tyler was actually lying this whole time? No, I'm not. But assuming that comment is actually true, oh my God. So for the sake of this review, what I'm gonna do, because it wasn't a lot going on, right? Like it was some things going on, but also not a lot going on at the same time. So for the sake of this review, I'm gonna talk about them in terms of just like couples and what I actually saw happen, right? So the very first couple we're gonna start with is none other than Tim and Alex. Or like his family is calling him Drake. At this point, the way this baby was behaving, it is definitely giving Drake. All right? It is definitely giving some Drake behavior. It is definitely giving light-skinned Drake behavior, because ain't no way. You mean to tell me you done broke off with this baby because she took a nap for an hour? If you go ahead and you no get husband, Alex, you no get husband if you Sleeping Beauty. Okay? Alex, if you no get husband. Ain't no husband for you. Ain't no husband for Sleeping Beauty. You got to be awake 24 hours. You got to be awake. That broke up with that baby over a nap. Now let's get into her meeting his family. Immediately, I thought the meetup was very intense. Okay? The mama talked too much. The daddy cannot locate his opinion on anything. Talk too much. They didn't really ask Alex about herself. They didn't really ask her what she likes. They never got to talk about Alex. It was always about their son. It was always about their son and how marriage is and all that stuff. It wasn't at all about her in that moment, at least what we've seen, right? Because editing, they will edit some things in a way that don't make no sense. But at least from what we saw, it was never about that baby. But she was there, you know, she was respectful, she was kind. They done went outside and it sounded like, you know, the parents approved of her. She seems great, she seems nice, and all that stuff. And then lo and behold, beholding the lows, come to find out this baby was mad that Alex done took a nap. Because in the next scene, this baby mad. And I'm like, pause. The way they edit the preview made it seem, it was as though as soon as the cameras left, Alex was like, forget it, I'm done filming, let me go ahead and nap. But according to Alex, it was on some, hey, we've been sitting here talking for 4 hours. All right? And if the 4-hour conversation went as far as I thought it went, with the family only talking about Tim, only talking about how this baby gonna be a good wife or not to their baby, Bnbluxeevents himself. If that was 4 hours of that, no wonder that baby needed a nap. That mama talked the whole time about her baby Bnbluxeevents. There's nothing wrong with that. You're the parent. You're supposed to talk good about your child. You're supposed to do all that stuff. But if you went down the way Alex is explaining it, no wonder that baby needed a nap. 4 hours of talking. And then Bnbluxeevents himself was talking about how my parents drove 10 hours to come see you. So if they drove 10 hours, then they sat and talked for 4 hours. That's 14 hours. She needed a nap. Your parents probably needed a nap. Perhaps not your mother, but your father definitely needed a nap. Bnbluxeevents, Drake, hey, over a nap. If you sleep, you no get husband. And then the way he was talking to her, he just kept cutting her off. He just kept cutting her off. He just started giving me a lot of anger. He started giving me a lot of control, which then brings me back to a moment that Monica done said in one of their episodes when she was still with Mutombo Ikechukwu himself. In one of the episodes, Monica was asking Mutombo Ikechukwu like, does he get? She never finished her sentence. But with everything unfolding, I'm like, pause. Does he get angry? Does he get controlling? Does he get a little bit just like aggressive? Does he get a little bit violent? Because that was unnecessary. Then now they're calculating how many texts. Okay, so when you done woke up at 6 a.m., I done said hello. What you done said? That baby gonna be like, let me talk. I said hello back. Well, am I gonna finish my thought? Am I gonna finish my sentence? Then I done texted you at 7 o'clock a.m. asking you about your car. What did you say? Well, let me talk. Now, mind you, the whole time, this lady now has your sister's bracelet. I said it in all my reviews, right? I done said it. It was a lie. It was a lie. And the reason why this is happening, the reason why you guys were struggling to navigate real life, the reason why you guys were struggling to actually navigate basic communication. Because Bnbluxeevents, this is basic communication. I don't want you to go to sleep while my parents are still here. Okay, fine. Sis gonna go on Google and figure out some activities, some game that we can all do. That's cool. That's basic communication. But in the past, y'all did not talk about that. You done told that baby how much everybody around you done died. Rest their souls. Then babies done gone on to glory. Rest their souls. I'm not negating that. But the whole path, it was a lot of trauma bonding between the two of you. Y'all did not even navigate basic communication. So now this baby has your dead sister's bracelet that you were so convinced you were in love with, that you done gave her your sister's bracelet. You did all that because she was the one. She was the one and the only, the one begotten, the one and the only, the one. But as soon as that baby went ahead and did, you don't get husband. That is diabolical. I am so proud of Alex. Alex was not tootsie rolling, backflipping, and doing a whole lot of gyrating to beg that man. She said, you done made up your mind, all right. Because as I'm calculating what else I'm supposed to do, you not gonna lie on my name. Okay? She said, oh, okay, you done? All right, here my French fry. Baby, you not gonna ruin my appetite. I got me some French fries. I'm glad she stood her ground. And I'm glad this relationship ended. Because if it continued to be like this on some minute things, well, you took a nap when my family was there. The last time I texted you, you didn't text me back. And that was like, dang, I was asleep. As soon as I finished my nap, I woke up and called you. You were being resentful over somebody not texting you because they were napping. I feel so bad for Alex. That baby don't deserve that. Don't nobody deserve that. But I definitely feel bad for that baby. And then I even felt for Alex because that baby was like 2 days ago. You literally had my entire family. That baby's father struggles with MS. We've already established how that painful is. Okay? This baby put himself through all that, all of the movement that I'm sure is annoying and all of the pain that he probably is already going through. Put him in front of the cameras for the world to see. You done read the poem about Mr. Bird and the bird, and I want to make sure that my sister is a sister who's a sister who is also a sister. You done did all that 2 days ago, only for you to get mad that this baby took a nap. And then he gonna talk about what I cooked and I did the dishes. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have to tell you that you're supposed to do the dishes. Fine. But is that what you end a relationship on? Somebody not doing dishes once. Netflix. Where are y'all finding these men? And then we get to see both of them at the little party that they had, the masquerade party that they had. We see both of them there. And I'm like, why y'all here? Get off my screen, please. He gonna not only break out, he gonna talk about, I never wanna see you again. For somebody who has experienced a lot of loss in their lives, those are not the words that you say lightly. I'm not wishing no harm on Alex or anybody, but assume something happens to her. You were engaged to her. You done gave her your dead sister's bracelet, talking about she the one. She done met your family. You done met her daddy. Done read the letter about the military and how you do the things and the things. Over a nap and dishes and your last words to the woman you done claimed you loved on my screen. Your last words to her were, I never want to see you again. You got 2 dead sisters that you will never get to see again. And that came out of your mouth. Hey! Diabolical. This baby gonna talk about, oh, you done said you wanted me to cuddle with you, and I really tried my hardest, and I turned around in my sleep, and I done cuddled you, and you didn't say nothing. And that baby's like, I was asleep. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know you cuddled me? How am I supposed to know you cuddled me? And you want an award. You want a trophy. A trophy that Brittany cannot spell. You want her to give you a trophy for cuddling with her. The woman you proposed to blindly on my screen and then gave her your dead sister's bracelet because she was the one. You want a trophy for cuddling her. Angels of Africa right now. Okay? Angels of Africa right now. You need deliverance. You got to go through deliverance. You have to walk through it. You know? And no way everything is connected. Your own brain is not in Yemen. I promise you it's not. I went. It's not. This one belongs to, it's above us now. This one, the Lord got to do something. Okay? Angels of Africa right now. Iglesias de Dios. Okay? We need Iglesias de Dios to get involved. Now here come Tyler and Ashley A, which again, I'm just going to review this based off of the show. But TikTok apparently, people in the comments apparently know that this baby was lying the whole time, right? But in the show, what happened was Ashley decides to forgive him, okay? And then the next scene, we see them at the party as well. She tells all of her friends, and she's talking about how, like, that's still a meeting. And some of her friends are like, well, he donated the sperm. So that's kind of like, that's technically not his kid. So one of the girls, I forget who was saying this, but one of the girls was like, you just want to forget this. It's okay. You love the man. He's a good man. I'm sure you guys can work through it. I understand that as an advice. But again, when somebody omits something that big about their lives, that is always something for me to worry about. And then back at the house, this baby going to talk about, the reason why he gave his sperm, allegedly, again, assuming he's not lying. I don't know what people are talking about on TikTok, right? But assuming he actually gave his sperm, the way he's relaying this story, he done gave his sperm to one of his girlfriends who is a lesbian, and he done said that the Lord told him to go ahead and give his friends the sperm, who is a lesbian, to give her a sperm for them to be able to conceive. Tyler done told us that the Lord told him to give his sperm to his lesbian friend so that his lesbian friend can be able to start a family. The Lord told you that. The Lord told you that. The Lord told you that. Tyler, it's the Lord. Tyler, it's the Lord. The Lord told you that, Tyler. Okay. That says the Lord. Okay? That says the Lord. So now the next couple, we have Jarrett and Taylor. Things seem to be going fine for them. But all of a sudden, lo and behold, beholding the lows, Taylor is outside there at the party. Taylor mad. And I'm like, what's going on? Taylor, why are you mad? What did Jarrett do? Okay? What did Jarrett do? Come to find out, Jarrett's ex done texted him, and Jarrett gonna say outside that, he only liked the message, and that that was just it. He didn't even think about it all day. He just liked the message and moved on. Taylor is still mad on something. Like, I've been cheated on before. I don't want you entertaining nothing, okay? If somebody asks you, Jarrett, how you doing? You say, I'm engaged. Jarrett, how's your day? I'm engaged. Garrett. What's his name again? Is it Garrett? Jarrett. Is it Jarrett? Jarrett, how are you doing? I'm engaged. Jarrett, what is your papa's name? Engaged. Jarrett, did you eat? I'm engaged. Taylor's like, I don't play that. Firm boundaries. You're not going to be tootsie rolling, gyrating, and backflipping on my feelings, okay? You is engaged. As a matter of fact, get you a tattoo on your forehead. Engage, all right? And then on the back of your head, since you white, and you done only dated white girls, on the back of your head, you're going to say to Taylor, all right? So that the front and the back is covered. If somebody comes at you from behind, it's going to say to Taylor. And as soon as they come to the front, they're going to read engage. I'll play that, okay? Taylor was like, I'm not playing that, right? So she gave him heat, and that baby was like, I'm so sorry. You right, I'm sorry. No big deal. And I'm like, okay. They hashed it out. Innocent mistake. He just liked the thing, and it's just giving what it's supposed to give. Cool. Why they get inside, right? This baby sitting at the table with Taylor and Ashley and freaking Tyler. All four of them are sitting on the table. Why Jared gonna be like, so my ex done texted me and I texted back? And Taylor's like, hold up. Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. What you're not gonna do is disrespect me and disrespect my family. You supposed to meet my family tomorrow. What you mean you responded? You don't tell me you liked. You liked the message and that was it. Now this will be stammering. What? Stammering. Stammering. Stop that. This baby sat there trying to get a cohesive sentence. Meanwhile, Ashley is looking like, oh my God, this some tea. And then Taylor gonna be like, okay, we're gonna give you space. And Taylor gonna be like, no, I'm the one that's gonna leave. So she walks away, and Ashley being a girl's girl, just like followed her behind, like, girl, I get it, yep. Yeah, that's definitely wrong, that's definitely wrong. After the fact, the two of them end up talking about it, and she was like, don't play with me, I'm not the one. Now they're arguing over the facts of the factual, which are technicalities of a fact, that be factually factual, because both of them are smart. So they're arguing with big words, and I'm just kind of like, okay, where my dictionary at? Because I don't know what a fact is and what a fact isn't. Okay? So now I'm over here, okay, I cannot calculate, because I typically be calculating. Now I can't calculate. I'm like, wait a minute, I do not have a dictionary. Okay, but dictionnaire. Now they argue. I'm like, y'all can even just argue regular. You guys have to figure out some big words, like what the fact is a factual, what is a fact, and it's like, just argue. Taylor is mad. Taylor was not playing. I'm like, I'm not the one. Okay? She did everything but talk with her. That was her energy. It was giving very much like, I'm not the one, the two, or the three. All right? Go play with your mother. You know what I'm saying? Go play with your mother. I'm not the one. All right? I'm not the one. So they're arguing about what a fact is and what a fact isn't. And Taylor's like, you lied. Outside, you said this. In here, you done said something else. That's a lie. We're not going to agree on what a fact and a fact isn't, but we should agree that you done lied. Okay? I'm talking about that baby was giving him heat. And so he backed the hell down. Okay? Started apologizing. I'm sorry. Just was apologizing. She was like, I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Leave me alone. She loved that baby though, because the next day, she was like, we stayed up all night because I was tired. We stayed up all night, but we don't reconcile, and they don't reconcile. At this point, I'm not believing nobody with anything. At this point, give me the phone. I'm going to read those messages for myself. Because the way the men on this here season have been going, if they tell me my name is Benny, I'm not believing them. Okay? Y'all gonna need to give me my own birth certificate. All right? Y'all gonna need to go ahead and go down there in Congo, find my damn birth certificate, bring it back to me before I could believe any word that comes out of this man's mouth. These men on this podcast are. If they tell me the sky is blue, I will not believe. Eh? If they tell me God is real, I will have to go research that for myself. These people are lying. Okay? So she don't forgive him, I didn't. Show me the message. Mail it. All right? Netflix, arrange for me to send you my address. I need proof. Because then you were talking about, I sent the message back, talking about how, I'm engaged, we cannot talk no more, this and the third. No. That's a different story than just technically liking something. These men are lying. But that baby is in love, blindly. She's in love. Even when her eyes open like this, she was still in love. So they're in love, they go down there, meet her family, everybody like him, cool. Now we have Trader Joe's and Marissa. And the two of them, I'm just kind of like, okay. I don't think I've ever really shared how I feel about them being together. But the more they keep bickering and arguing over sex and condoms and, intimacy and all that stuff, I don't want to say bickering. They keep having conversations, and they're not as... Marissa's not as direct as she needs to be. She's very much like passive-aggressive. Like, that baby is reading to me like passive-aggressive. She'll be feeling one thing, saying a whole nother thing. But in one of their conversations, it sounded as though Trader Joe's was having doubts about their intimacy, because apparently she done turned him down a couple times because she felt like, oh, he kept petting me. And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting way to describe your fiance touching you. But she said she was feeling overstimulated, and so that started lending to him as rejection. And in a previous episode, I believe they told them we're talking about having sex, and he's like, he don't want to use no condom. She said she don't want to get on no birth control because it's going to make her sick, it's going to change her mood, and the whole tootsie rolling and gyrating. So that kind of put a little bit of a damper on their relationship, at least their sexual relationship. My thoughts on at least, them being intimate, I feel like they did it too soon. I feel like they should have waited a little bit to see how they integrated a little bit into the real world. Because Marisa, you done laid it down thick on him. You know what I'm saying? You done laid it down thick. Now Trader Joe's don't know his way to Trader Joe's, okay, without having to go ahead and cross through your canal first. You laid it on him too thick, my sister. You laid it on him too thick. That's what the problem is. Because now Trader Joe's don't want to go down there with no covering, no nothing. He said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. When I cross the canal, when I cross the valleys of the canal, I shall fear no evil. I'm finna go there and the Lord gonna be within me. Nothing gonna be on top of me, okay? I'm finna go down there and the Lord gonna walk with me. He said, I'm not crossing the canal with nothing on me but the Son of God. Lord, please don't send me to hell, okay, for trying to make YouTube videos and jokes. Okay, please, Lord. You cannot do that. Trader just don't want to. Trader just says, I'm finna go this by myself. You're not gonna put nothing on me. And he's totally right. I totally get it. Totally. That's what the conversation feel like to me sometimes. Just totally. What y'all think about that? I don't ever want to encourage women to compromise on their health to accommodate for a man who doesn't want to wear a condom. I never want to advocate for that, but I also never want to diminish a man's, I guess, desire to want to have sex a particular way. At the same time, health and your pleasure, health is always going to win. Okay? A woman's body, a woman's health is always going to win. So I don't know if maybe this is coming to Marisa as a surprise, because a part of me feels like the reason why she didn't go with Ukraine White is because Ukraine White was talking about how much is in the military. And so maybe in her mind, she thought maybe Ukraine White had a little bit more of a traditional militant masculinity to him, in a way that with Trader Joe's, who was always giving just kind of like vibes, maybe Trader Joe's will not be as strongly and militant in his masculinity. Come to find out, lo and behold, beholding the laws, Trader Joe's is like, I'm still a nigga. All right? I am still a nigga. With my 90s hairstyle, I am still a nigga. Okay? I will go to Trader Joe's and come back a nigga. Don't play with it. Don't get it twisted. So now later on, they're having disagreements even around the wedding. And she's talking about, oh, I feel like I'm having to take on a little bit more of the mental load. I feel like I'm having to do a whole lot. I feel like I'm having to tell you certain things that I shouldn't have to tell you. And I think it's coming to her as a surprise because she thought Trader Joe's, okay, is not like all them other dudes who need to be told to do things, that Trader Joe's just gonna know the things to do because he's not masculine in the traditional masculine sense. So in the board, they're having a little bit of a friction on that. They're having concerns on that a little bit. But then, she also talked about how she was just on her period, so maybe that had to do with it. Eventually, she got out of it and all that stuff. And then the last scene that I see them, all of a sudden, they're talking about, oh, he woke up as though something really tragic happened. Oh, do you want to talk? So she comes down to the sitting. And comment down below, what was that conversation about? Is it still the same thing around like intimacy, how frequently they're getting, the little coochie ate and, the trumpet blown? Is that still what the conversation is about? Because they never said what the it was. It was like, oh, I don't want to get a divorce. I just want to get a divorce. But I also want to make sure that it's not always going to be like this. What is it? What is the it that you don't want to always be like this? I wasn't clear. Comment down below and let me know. I still wasn't clear on that. But their dynamic is just kind of like, Marissa's not admitting to herself. But the fact that he's been married before and gotten a divorce is worrying her a little bit. She's having a little bit of anxiety around it. But again, she's passive. She's very passive aggressive with her comments. So she's just not saying like, dang, like this is gonna bother me a little bit. She's just kind of like, wow, just wanna make sure it's your last. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I just wanna make sure it's your last. And I'm like, girl, am I rooting for them? I don't know. I don't know. At the party, their whole meetup, when Ukraine White came in the picture as well, their whole vibe was just kind of like giving me weird. Ukraine White refuses to keep his tongue inside of his mouth. Every other conversation, what is that? This one you want to be a lizard? Eh? You want to be a reptile? No. It's giving high glucose levels. Stop it. Okay, stop it, please. And so the two of them were talking, and Marissa says, after seeing Ukraine White, she solidified her choice with going with Trader Joe's, because you know Ukraine White is very much giving like friendly vibes to her. So that solidified that for them. And so I was like, okay, cool. But also Ukraine White, please. That is definitely giving Ukraine White. Put your tongue back in your mouth. Put your tongue back in your mouth and keep it there. You know, please. You got to be mindful with it. Keep it in your mouth. And last thing I want to say on Marissa, when they were doing the dress shopping, I kind of noticed something between her and her mother. Comment down below and let me know if you guys agree or not. But I really wonder what her upbringing was like with her mother. I feel like in her mom's efforts to make sure that she raised strong, independent women who did not rely solely on men or the men's approval, I feel like the mom may have subconsciously instilled just such a militant or a distrust of just like love and fairy tale in her, right? Because there was a comment. She came out with this first dress that she wore, and it was like very much giving princess. It was very much giving like all these vibes. And so the mom comments on like, oh my gosh, this dress is so beautiful. I feel like you feel like a princess. You look like a princess. Marissa was like, yeah, I look like a princess, but I don't want to look like a princess. I want to look like a grown badass woman. And so all the other girls are like, yeah, just like being supportive of whatever the heck Marissa wants to do. And so now the mom shoots back on some, like, it wasn't no argumentative, don't get me wrong. But the mom shoots back on some, oh, yeah, I don't know Marissa the way that I do. When Marissa was younger, she used to dress up in princess dresses all the time. And she used to just like dream of all these fairy tales. She was always a girl's girl who romanticized, like, you know, the fairy tales, the romance books, the romance movies, and the romance dresses, the fairy tale dresses, the princess and all the prince, the charming and all that stuff. She always romanticized that. And then Marissa goes and tries on another dress. When Marissa comes back, Marissa is like, okay, this feels more so like this. And then she says something that made me feel like, okay, I hope the mother did not trauma dump a whole lot of the failures that she experienced in her own relationship on her daughters. Because then Marissa says it, she was like, oh, when I was younger, I'll dress up in like those little princess dresses, and I'll be like, I want to be a wife. And my mom will be like, you will not be a wife. You'll be a daughter, you'll be a doctor, you'll be a lawyer, you'll be all those things. And I'm just kind of like, okay, you could be a lawyer and a doctor that still wants to wear a princess dress. Those things don't have to be, they don't have to be their opposites. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds to me that from such a young age, Marissa may have just had so much joy around, you know, love and romance and the princess and the fairy tale story that the mother almost like beat it down out of her. Because if you're going to tell your child, you're not going to be a wife, you're not going to be a wife, you're going to be a lawyer. You can be a lawyer who's also a wife. right? You don't have to choose. There are lawyers who are married. Like, why? What happened? And so in that moment, it felt like young Marisa was kind of trying to come out, but like her mom has spent all this time, all her childhood beating that out of her. Then now this baby is just kind of like the total opposite. Comment down below if what I'm saying is making sense. And so now I want to talk about Hannah and Nick. Ultimately, at the end of it all, they end up ending the relationship. However, comma period, Hannah girl, I know in your mind, you so perfect, you so mature, you know how to handle the things, you know this, you know that, you know all of the things, but girl, that is not how you talk to nobody. You are very condescending, you are very demeaning, you are very petty, you are very insulting. I've already told you Nick is useless. That baby could not boil water to save his life. You don't get to say that though. Okay? You don't get to say that. Do I believe that her concerns were valid? Absolutely. I told her in the last review, she needs to leave that man alone. You're not here to raise a man. His parents were supposed to do that. But if you know this man is not grown enough to for you, exit gracefully. The scene where she was talking about how, oh, you know, I turned you from a boy to a man. What are you, Jesus? Are you a transformer? Now you're transforming. Why would you say that to somebody? What are your responsibilities? She's taking notes. Oh, you feel like you're responsible? I can say that in the way that you cannot. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. At that point, I ain't even gonna hold you. It was low-key giving team. It was giving BBL Drizzy. It was giving controlling. And she kept saying, like, I know I'm feeling like I'm being hard on him. I'm a fun girl. I'm not being fun anymore because it feels like I'm having to raise this man. Then don't. Leave without having to insult him. I know y'all may disagree with me, but no. She had valid concerns. Come to find out, lo and behold, beholding the laws, Nick don't want to eat no canal. Nick do not want to ring the doorbell. Nick, you just want to come in. You got to ring the doorbell. Okay? If you are polite and you ring the doorbell enough until they come and let you in, baby, you will be welcomed a lot. Okay? You will be welcomed a lot. But you got to ring the doorbell. Okay? Not only will you be welcomed, your trumpet will be blown. Okay? Your trumpet will be blown. We're waiting on the second coming of Christ. It will be your trumpet that will blow it once you ring the doorbell. You got to ring the doorbell. Okay? Ring it. Different ways. Use them all. Use this right here. Ring the doorbell. You got to. Okay? Any man that's not willing to ring the doorbell needs to go ahead and check his sugar levels. Okay? The glucose must be high. You got to ring the doorbell. You got to. All right? You got to ring the doorbell. No wonder that baby was mad. No wonder Anna was mad. You not ringing my doorbell. The dishes you're not washing. Basic respect you're not respecting, because now you are down there at the freaking whatchamacallit. You at the party. What was that conversation between you and Katie? That baby was trying to sanitize it towards the hand, but girl, Nick is so handsome. Nick is so hot. Nick is so this. Those should not come out of your mouth when you know Nick is engaged. Especially engaged to somebody who claims you as their best friend. But what was that conversation? It was doing a lot. Yes, she may have read you right, that you lead so much with, like, this little macho, sexy energy, but low-key, you're insecure. Yes, you are. I agree with that read, but everything that came before that, oh my gosh, you're such a beautiful person, I was on your IG. What were you doing on her IG while you did not ring the doorbell? Why are you on anybody's IG while you have not rung the doorbell? Okay? It's a respect thing. She's been asking for that. You haven't been doing. The doorbell, you will not ring. The trash, you will not take out. The dog, you will not walk. You're just talking, you're just talking, you're just talking. No wonder that baby was mad. However, comma, period, and you do not talk to nobody like that. I don't care how wrong I am. I could be wrong from now till kingdom come. My husband never. He don't talk to me like that. I don't talk to him like that. You knew this. If it was becoming too much, you leave. Or there's a way to say certain things like, hey, you could say the very same thing. It hurts my feelings when you do this. I would prefer that you treat me this way. Without the condescending, note-taking, I'm going to sit like, explain to me how you feel like you did this. Explain to me how you feel like you're responsible for this. That baby gonna be like, I don't get treated like an equal in this relationship. This baby gonna be like, you gonna get treated like an equal when you act like an equal. Okay? Carry the 3. You put equal effort, you get equal respect. That's not how you talk to nobody. It was a funny line. As soon as she said that, I said, Anna. Anna Banganzambe. As soon as she said that, I died. Okay, resurrected. I don't got my Lazarus on. Resurrected. But that's not what your partner wants to hear. That's condescending. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. Nick was wrong as all hell. Nick needs to grow up. Nick needs to literally learn how to boil water. That's how basic it is for him. Okay? That's literally how basic it is for him, and it is not your responsibility to raise him. 1000% agree. But you can either leave or talk to him just like a basic human being. You spoke to him very disrespectfully. If he spoke to you like that, you would have chopped his head off. Okay, if he did. That's not right. And then the friends on one of the scenes, he meets a lot of Hannah's friends, and Nick gonna talk about, she done listed a whole bunch of things, like 6 things that I need to work on, and it's just kind of like a challenge, and it's very hard for me. And I'm gonna be like, what's challenging? Respecting me is challenging for you? Taking the dog out is challenging for you? Taking initiative is challenging for you? All these things are hard for you. And the friends are like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It is hard for him. He hasn't had to do it, right? Your friend shouldn't have to tell him how to do it. But y'all don't get to sit over here and just be like, well, it's not that hard. It is hard for him, okay? Hannah, break up with him, which I'm glad you did in your own time. But in between, the way you were talking to that man, no, it said more about you than it also did him. He has to work on that, but I hope you take this away and work on that as well. That was toxic. That was disrespectful. That was demeaning. That was childish. You think you're so mature? Mature people don't talk like that, baby. They don't. And then the mom pissed me off, Hannah's mom. Hannah's like, I have all these doubts. I don't trust him financially. I don't trust him, that he's going to take off our home. I don't trust him. And then the mom is going to be like, well, all of that doesn't matter. Ma'am, it do matter. If you settled, I don't know what your dynamic is, but if you settled with Anna's daddy, don't make that her type. That baby don't want to settle. It is possible to get a man that you love that is also a man. That's possible. Okay? I'm glad she real did it on some like, whatever you choose, we're gonna support, yada yada yada. But that was never a comment that you make, oh, all that doesn't matter so long as you love each other. No. Divorce are happening not because people don't love each other. People are not compatible. A lot of married women, they're having to raise their husbands. They're having to raise the kids. They're having to neglect themselves because they married little boys in grown men's bodies. If you're okay with that, don't ask your daughter to be okay with that. Unacceptable. Okay? No. So I'm glad Hannah has a backbone of her own to live. But as you're leaving, sis, go to therapy. Learn basic communication skills. It's going to help you for your next relationship. Because other people in the future, people are going to annoy you. Men are going to do things that you do not like. Men, friends, whoever, people are going to do things that you do not like. That's still not how you're going to talk to them. Even if you found the perfect man, who's the complete opposite of Nick, who does everything right, one day they will not. And they will not a couple times on maybe different things. And when they don't, okay, you do not talk to them like that. It is condescending. It is condescending. It is very demeaning. Absolutely not. And comment down below, what did you guys think about her sharing her sexual experience with Nick with the girls like that on TV? That showed her age. Again, that showed her age. It is good commentary for me because I get to come over and be like, go ring the doorbell and do the things, send her to the promised land. I get to come make jokes. But I get to come and make jokes at the expense of Nick because you shared that with us. Comment down below, let me know what you think. But no, that also wasn't something you share. He doesn't take initiative. He's very jealous of my vibrator. Nick can't do nothing. He can't wash the dish. He can't take out trash. He ain't got no money. He don't pay his phone bill. He ain't got no insurance. He don't know stocks. He don't know how to ring the doorbell. He don't do nothing. But I love him though. I love him to death. Man. No. No. There's a certain... I'm going to use the word demure. You have to be demure. You have to be very mindful with it. Not to stroke the ego, but to just protect somebody's integrity at the end of the day, right? You have to protect somebody, especially somebody you claim that you love. You have to protect their integrity because now the whole world knows. Nikki D be coming over here like an 18-year-old. Okay? Soon as Nikki D gives you 2 premium pumps, that baby is done. The world knows this. I'm a laugh, okay? I'm a laugh and I'm going to tell my jokes. I shouldn't be laughing and telling jokes. I'm laughing and telling jokes because you told us. Again, disrespectful, belittling, and demeaning. Okay? Because if, let's say, your friend down there gave tilapia on the 3rd day, okay? If your friend, for some reason, gave Lazarus on the 3rd day, and then Nick decided to go ahead and tell his boys, that baby down there be giving Lazarus. This one don't want to go down there. How would that feel? It won't feel good, right? But now we know Nick be out here crossing the canal like an 18-year-old, okay? He has about 2 pumps in him, and he done. 2 pumps, okay? On a good day when you're not beating him down, he gonna give you 2.5 pumps. All right? And all together with you, it's giving nothing and a half because you got to ring the doorbell. I shouldn't be privy to that information, okay? I could go for another hour with different analogies, okay? Just to laugh. But you did that. I'm not going to be mature and protect Nick's integrity because what do I owe him? I'm alive. Okay, the internet, we going to laugh. We going to kiki. You know? Hannah, grow up. You're not mature. All right, you dress maturely, but you're not mature. All right, that's it on me, y'all. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Also leave down the comments as far as Tyler, because really I'm not gonna go do no research. But if you guys do know more about what happened between the two of them, please actually let me know. Is he actually lying about being a donor? Is he actually lying? Are those his actual kids that he done birthed from crossing the canal? Comment down below, let me know, because I'm gonna read my own comments. I'm not doing a whole investigative deep dive on him. I'm not doing that. So if you know any information, leave them down below and I'll try to incorporate it in my next video. If I see anything on my TikTok, I'll probably add it to this as well. But my review typically is solely based on what I'm seeing on Netflix, right? Because by the time you start doing, because people on TikTok be having so many think pieces, I just sometimes cannot keep up, right? So you guys let me know if you guys see anything. If you want to send it to me even on Instagram, you can do that as well. That way I can include it on my videos. So if you guys come across anything, just let me know or leave it down in the comments. But I'm not doing all that, because it really broke my heart. It was Ashley's dream to essentially go skydiving with her husband, right? You've taken that away from her. If you are actually lying and she decides to not go with you, which I hope that she doesn't, supposing that you're not lying, right? If you're lying, I hope that baby lip drops like a hot potato. I hope she does. But you took this dream away from her. She wanted to do that for the first time with her husband, so that if she survives, it's this beautiful story that she has now with her husband. If you are the father of many nations and you got 355 kids, okay, that you done lied about the Lord telling you to give it to the lesbians, all right? If you actually have those kids and you lie, that baby gonna leave you, okay? Because one thing about Ashley, she's not Brittany. She gonna leave. She gonna leave. All right? She gonna leave. But if that's the case, you robbed her of this. You really did. And there will be a burning space for you in hell. I'm talking about bacon. All right? Bacon. Alrighty, y'all. Those are my thoughts. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's.